I'd be curious to know, for anybody who still has that kind of fear at the beginning, they're hearing these methods, but there's an anxiety. Are we talking about something that's just, get the reps in, or are there certain things we should keep in mind if we're feeling anxiety, even as we're coming with such a giving approach?
Well, that's a great question. And there's no question that the reps will help. Okay. But it does start with a mindset. And it's really how we see sales. Because remember, in pretty much in any type of television shows or movies or books or stories, horror stories you hear, it's always the salesperson who's the crooked, pushy, high pressure type of person, right? So, when people say to me, well, Bob, I could never sell. I hate sales. It's not that they hate sales. It's that they hate what they think selling is. So if you think selling is about trying to convince someone to buy something they don't want or need, well, yeah, I mean, I don't like that either. Who would want to do that? Who has, high values in terms of, what, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not something most of us would feel comfortable doing. Selling is simply, and we've alluded to it a little bit, but I personally define selling as simply discovering what the other person does need, does want, does desire, and helping them to get it. It's interesting. The old English root of the word sell was salan, which literally meant to give. So when you're selling, you're literally giving. Now, someone might say, well, isn't that just semantics? I mean, if you're in a sales conversation, sales presentation with someone, you're selling. What are you giving? Well, I suggest you're giving time, attention, counsel, education, empathy, and ultimately immense value. Now, when you see selling that way, now you come at it from a totally different frame. Now you come at it from a totally different perspective. Now, here's where the reps come in, the repetitions, okay? Because it's still a matter of like anything else. The more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to be. But it does begin with that mindset.
I love that the mindset piece is being focused on here, because I agree with you, that perspective. And it's a big reason why I speak about what I speak around selling with love, because it makes for entertaining movies to see a Glenn Ross. It makes for an entertaining story when you see The Wolf of Wall Street. I don't know if it becomes a blueprint on how we should be selling, seeing the complete lack of empathy, the complete lack of care for what is the result the person has with what you actually sell to them, and the lack of responsibility for the sales you make. And as we speak right now, I find it quite interesting. There's a lot of people that are influencers, like I'm talking about celebrities that have been endorsing certain products that have went under. And now there's a class action lawsuit. And I'm speaking here about FTX, which is in the crypto space. There's this platform that went bankrupt. There's a lot of due diligence that wasn't done. And now there's actually some cases where people who have actively promoted this product that didn't do their due diligence did so with perhaps not the best interests of their audience in mind. And now look, there's a bit of a consequence to it. And so coming in with this heart-centered approach, actually caring for the people, this is where I see things going. And I'm excited that you're an advocate and a champion for it.
So are you.
Yeah, well, we're doing what we can, right? One listener at a time. So thank you for being a part of this Selling with Love army here.